When I was in elementary school, someone asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. I would always say that I wanted to be a nurse. I just loved helping people. But growing up, I was always told that I wasn't smart enough, or that I wasn't enough, or that I'd never amount to anything. That made me think and believe that was true about myself. School was a struggle for me from there on, so when I started my junior year in high school, I had a really hard time staying in class and being focused, so I dropped out. I worked at various fast food restaurants. My whole life, I always wanted to work in the medical field as a nurse. I just knew that. It was my dream. But I never felt that I was smart enough to do it. I knew I needed to get my diploma to achieve my dreams of being a nurse. When I was a teenager, my mom also got her diploma. She was going to school at night after working a 9-hour shift and taking care of me and my sister. So I went with her, but after my mom achieved her diploma, I stopped going. I didn't have the motivation to finish. When I was 18, I found Job Corps and enrolled. While there, I received my CNA license, and I thought that was all I needed. After a near-fatal accident, I was no longer able to do the duties that being a CNA would ask for. And I saw my dreams seem to fall more and more behind me. After a year of dead-end jobs, I heard that Job Corps had an advanced nursing program in Iowa. So I packed up my car and I left. When I got to Iowa, I quickly realized that going to Job Corps was just not going to work out. So I took a serving position and quickly married my first husband. After quickly getting married and having our son, my life was now surrounded by being a stay-at-home mom at the age of 21. That marriage ended when our son was about 5 months old and I moved back home. I had no real goals but to get a job and to take care of my son. That was it. So for a long time, I just took whatever job I can get, whatever job would pay the bills. I also had the longing to become a nurse, so again, when I was 24, I enrolled in adult education at Davis Tech in Kaysville. But going to school and caring for a young child was just too hard. So I stopped going and again took any job that would pay the bills. When I was 26, I started to go down a bad road and picked a bad path of drugs. And that quickly took over my life. And for 13 years, that was my life, working and drugs, and my son. Over the course of Gage's life, I worked various fast food jobs, housekeeping jobs, really anything that paid my bills. I also still had that longing to become a nurse, so again, I enrolled. But again, quickly, I stopped going. In 2015, after a run-in with the police, I knew that was it. I really needed to get my life together. But life had another turn for me. I met my current husband and had a beautiful daughter, and for 5 years, I was a stay-at-home mom to 3 wonderful kids. Over the years, I felt like this was my life now, and I would never be able to achieve my dreams of being a nurse. When Gage entered high school, his high school year, I seen myself in him, that struggle, the hard time with not having any motivation to go. Like me, he ended up dropping out, and I never wanted that for him. So I encouraged him to enroll in Canyon Heights Adult Education. For a year or so, Gage really struggled with the packets he was working on. And as I sat there watching him struggle with these packets, I just knew I needed to encourage him somehow. So one day I sat down with him and I said, okay, if you buckle down and get your diploma, I will go with you. So for a year, me and Gage sat side by side every night in class and we both got our diplomas. February 29th, 2024, I achieved one of my long life goals of achieving my diploma. The moment I got my diploma in hand, I walked next door to Davis Tech and quickly enrolled in the medical assistant program. While I was at Canyon Heights, I was met with some amazing instructors. They really encouraged me to get to the finish line. They cheered me on and they helped me feel better about myself when I wasn't feeling so smart. They also helped me realize that I was smarter than I really thought I was. I got to build my confidence back. And with going to school at the medical assistant program, I truly feel that getting my education was really what helped me see what I truly felt, that being a nurse was really my calling. If I could help just one person see that no matter what life is thrown at you, no matter how old you are or how long it's been since you last attended school, you can achieve anything. Going back to school was the best decision I've ever made. It truly changed my perception of myself.